Welcome to the very first episode of Red Flag Racing. My name is Jocy. This podcast is going to be 10% professional analysis and maybe 90% pure unadulterated adrenaline.
And I'm Rissy. If you're looking for a polite, quiet recap of this weekend's tire strategy, you are in the wrong place.
Yeah.
We are here for the overtakes, radio meltdowns, and let's be honest, the absolute carnage.
We're here to get you so hyped for the new season that by the time that we hit turn one, you'll have forgotten your name, your anniversary, and probably where you parked your car.
I forget where I park all the time, but
Same. Google
it's
Maps.
okay. Today, we're stripping off the tire blankets. We're telling you exactly who we are, why we fell in love with this beautiful, expensive sport, and most importantly, what to expect.
Strap in, check your mirrors, and stay within the white lines. Or don't. We prefer the drama when you don't.
This is Red Flag Racing. Let's get into it.
All right. So now that we kind of get that little section out of the way, we are very excited to have you guys here, have you guys on the maiden journey of our podcast. So, honestly, if we're going to start an F1 podcast, you kind of need to know who we are and how we even got into Formula One. So, let's start from the very beginning, Riss. When did we both realize that we both loved this, as you put it, beautifully expensive sport?
Oh, I think what it was 2024,
Mm-hmm.
around the time of the Miami Grand Prix, Lando's maiden win.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had posted something about Lando winning, and then you posted that you were going to Coda.
Yep.
And so what I think I slid into your DMs and was like, "Wait, I'm jealous. Can I go with?" And then 24, 48 hours later, all the information that you had was sent to me. I bought my
Yep.
ticket, I bought my flight, bought my hotel, and
Yep.
then we went to Coda together.
Yeah, I think honestly, for me, it was after the Miami Grand Prix, it just became really, really real that the season was progressing. And my birthday falls on CODA weekend, usually for the most part. And in 2024, the very first day practice and everything on that Friday was my birthday. So, what I had asked for and what I had wanted to plan out was my entire family and I got tickets, got our hotels, got everything, and we went to CODA for that weekend. And yeah, sure enough, it's I had posted up this little edit of the Coda racetrack and I had put on there so excited to celebrate my birthday with my brothers at Coda. And sure enough, Risk pulls up into the DMs and she's like, hello, jealous. Why like I need to go. And so I was like, dude, did not know that you were into Formula One. This is phenomenal. I have like no like women fans or friends that I can talk about this sport. So I think right after that, we already had everything set up. We already had our tickets, our hotel, we had our flight information. So I sent you absolutely everything I had. And we stayed at the same hotel. We carpooled every single day, hung out.
2 hours of sleep minimum, if that. Oh gosh.
Waking up early, getting to the track early. We were featured on the LN4 Instagram page, which was so much fun. Um, But yeah, I think that was basically how we both figured out that we love Formula One.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think so.
But okay, now down to the nitty gritty.
Oof.
That's how we both figured out that we love Formula One. When did you start loving the sport?
When okay, what? So during Las Vegas, when they were doing their first race in Las
Mhm.
Vegas, obviously, Um, my birthday happens to be around that weekend as well for Las Vegas. And I went literally like, I kid you not, I think the next weekend
Mm.
after the first maiden, like the GP. And there was just things of like Formula One around. Obviously, it had
Yeah.
been like on my socials and stuff, like
Yeah.
ads and whatnot. And I was like, okay, what is this? Went to Vegas, whatever. Saw ads, saw Max Verstappen, like on the wall, like on a
Yeah.
billboard, saw a couple other things, and I was like, okay, what is this? Let me get into this.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm researching like crazy. I get home from Vegas after my birthday, and I'm sitting here watching Drive to Survive because my friend at the time, Soph, was like, "Here, you want to get into it? Here's the basics."
Yeah.
So I watched like a little bit of Drive to Survive. Then after that, kind of just TikTok, Instagram, everything showing me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of how I got into it.
Yeah.
How'd
Okay.
you get into it?
Well, for me, I have a little bit of a mixed background when it comes to motorsports. So, growing up, my family has always been into cars. For the most part, I am a proud Chicana. And when it comes to Chicanas and everything, we have a very big and profound love for classic vehicles. So, we're talking lowriders, we're talking Impalas, we're talking all of those different things. So from a very young age, I already knew I loved cars. I loved everything that had to do with motors, anything that had to do with modifications or that type of stuff. And then as I was growing up, my one of my eldest brothers actually worked for NASCAR. So obviously that's kind of like the little segue that I feel like a lot of us have if you don't start off with just Formula 1. You start getting into NASCAR, Indy, all
Yep,
those type of
yep.
things.
I did
So,
start in NASCAR when I
yeah,
was younger.
like come on,
Hmm
Talladega Nights for the win. But so I grew up watching a lot of NASCAR. I grew up living in that little bubble, in that little world. And so when I started going through that, it wasn't until around 2013 when I started getting into Formula One. And I give that a lot of appreciation and a lot of love to my brothers because my youngest brothers were the ones that got me into that switch into Formula One. So going from NASCAR, where it's just kind of a lot of little circles at a set speed. Formula One had that extra added little drama and that flair with all of its different turns and the apexes and all sorts of different things that you kind of crave in sports like NASCAR. So I think that's definitely how it went for me. It was more so a profound love for all things motorsport. And then from there, slowly progressing into Formula One.
Very
Mhm.
nice, very nice. Love. Yours is
But
just so much more elaborate than mine is, but it's fine.
everybody starts off somewhere. It's just kind of whatever way you get into this sport, I think is genuinely amazing, especially because it hasn't been until within recent years, because of things like Drive to Survive, that the women population of Formula One fans has increased so much. And like bringing into our recent little F1 escapade, we went to Vegas recently for your birthday, and it just so
Yes.
happened to fall on,
Race day was my
yep,
actual birthday
yep,
in 2025 for the
mhm,
2025 season. Ugh, it was,
so
we didn't
good.
go to the race because it just was like pr kind of a last minute plan,
It
but
was very last minute.
but we did get lucky to see part of the track from our room, so you
Yes.
could feel like you could literally feel the windows
Put your hands
vibrating.
on the window, and all you see is like, as the cars are speeding down the
It's just
strip, you can feel the windows shake and vibrate. It was
it was
insane.
crazy. It was a surreal experience.
Yes.
Granted, we went to Coda, but just being like literally like kid you not just sidewalk part of the
It
street
was
and then the cars are right
sidewalk,
there.
track.
It's
That
just
was all it was.
insane.
So even though we didn't get tickets to the actual race, just walking down the strip to go to whatever little adventures we were trying to get ourselves into, we would literally see the
Ugh.
cars racing past us, which was
And
super,
we would
super
just
cool.
stop dead in tracks just as you hear it and like freak out and people would look at us like, wait, what is
What are they
huh? We
doing?
got so many questions being like, wait, you
Yes.
guys are into F1, you guys are
Yeah.
into this, like what?
And we
Yeah,
got
just
the
because we're
dreaded,
females.
dreaded. Do you know what DRS stands for?
Oh my god.
Question so many times that I feel like if you are a female fan watching this with us, you
You
have
know the
probably
struggle.
heard of that. Which my favorite way to always respond to that, instead of just saying that, is drag reduction system, which we're completely getting rid of. And I am so upset that mom only lasted so little. Because can you
Yeah,
imagine
it
the
would have
jokes
been
that would have come from that?
iconic just to hear the jokes that the drivers had. I think especially Verstappen using it would
Oh,
be.
Verstappen would be hilarious when it comes to that. But
uh,
obviously, my favorite way to respond to DRS is Daniel Ricciardo supremacy.
exactly.
So we're not going to have that anymore,
Uh,
unfortunately. But
R.I.P. the honey badger.
our little honey badger, our Mr. Enjoy the Butterflies, we love him.
Yes, yes. All
But
right.
with Vegas, obviously, I am a huge fan of Gunther Steiner. And we went
yes.
to go
Oh.
see a live taping of what Unscripted, right?
Mhm.
And so we want to go see Unscripted and or Unfiltered. It's Unfiltered. And when we were watching Gunther was telling us how he loves how there's so many more women that are into the sport, that are bringing the passion into the sport. Because obviously, Formula One is a male dominated industry. Obviously, we also
Yes.
have Formula One Academy. We have the F1 Academy now, which these women are tearing up the track. Let's
Dude,
just
hearing
flat out
those
lay it.
cars on track was insane. Cause
That
like
was so
just the
much fun.
sound difference is crazy.
Hmm. And then just having the comparison of seeing these cars and the slight modifications that they have in comparison to the F1 cars, and then having them go right before they go on to warm up their tires was such a sweet and surreal thing to see, especially as a female fan. I feel like that's one of those things when you see these girls going down the track living out their dreams, and especially because Vegas was the championship race, that was
Yeah, it
the
was
last race of
huge.
their season. And so we got to see them really putting in their all, really doing their best to wrap up that season and finish off strong. And so I think it was really really cool to kind of have that entire weekend surrounded by that type of energy. And like you said, we were walking around. I think we both took maybe one F1 related clothing option, but we didn't really wear it that entire weekend. So whenever we were going out, it was very typical Vegas outfits type of
Yeah.
situation to
Well,
go out.
granted, we were there for my birthday too. So,
Exactly.
of course,
So
I'm
it
going to
was more
show
so
up
like
and show out.
party attire. So going around to the
Yes.
different clubs and being in a skirt and heels,
And
watching
at
the
the
race
shoey
on our
bar,
floor at the Shoey bar. That was so much fun.
I got called
Um,
out because we went one day for me because I wanted a shoey. And then she goes, the next day she goes,
I
wait, can
kind
we
of
go to
want a
the shoey
Shoey.
bar? So we went 2 days in a row, but I had my little birthday tiara on, and the DJ goes, weren't you here yesterday?
Or like, yeah. And he's like, birthday all
Yeah,
weekend. And you're like, absolutely.
Avi. But okay, all right, let's get back on track, back
Yes.
into our box.
Back within the
Let's
white
pit.
lines.
Yes, let's pit. All right, so question for you.
Yes.
What was the first race that you ever watched that made you think, yeah, I'm obsessed with this?
Oh, do I have the story for you? So my very first race that I remember watching was 2013 Silverstone. So 2013 Silverstone, obviously, I think it was probably the best race to get into at that time. Also, obviously, we had all of these different things that were going on. Regulations were starting to kind of change into this new wave of the turn of decade type of situation. But then not only was it different than modern day F1, which, if anybody has seen Formula One for as long as I have, even longer, you'll understand how chaotic F1 was even then. Where 2013 Silverstone, let's talk about it. There was restart at the end of lap 21. There was six total tire failures. There was a whole situation where Pirelli had to basically scrap the entire situation of tires after Silverstone, and they created new modified tires for the German GP, and then they had to create a whole new tire that was introduced for Hungary right after that. So I think I can honestly say very first race was where the love started, and it was just drama after drama, situation after situation. The drivers did their all, and I think it was just such a great start. It was such a great little dipping my toes into Formula One.
Very
What
nice,
about you?
very
What was
nice.
your first race? I know you were there for Vegas a week after the race happened, but were you
Yeah.
watching right after Vegas or what was your first race?
No, I didn't like completely get into it till
Mm,
2024. First race, Bahrain, just kind of
good
turned it
race.
on and said, "Yeah, I like this cargo fast. Me like
Cargo room,
perf."
me like.
No, literally. I was like, "Oh, fast cars? Obviously, beautiful men, very nice looking men.
We can't
But the
go away from
cars,
that. The cars, I
but
think, are
the
the best part.
cars,
Yeah.
the sound, the pure adrenaline I get just from hearing the car go by is just it's so
Yeah.
if you haven't heard a Formula One car on track, I'm so sorry for you.
In
But
person,
please, yes, like
highly
in
recommend.
person, please
Even if
go.
you can't afford to go into the race and watch the race from however far you get, however close you get, being in the surrounding areas while hearing
It's
those
just
cars go
ugh,
is insane.
it's amazing.
Especially when you become such a big fan in that type of situation. It's like you feel it in your heart at first, and it's like kind of a whole body little tingle that goes through.
And then you just I don't even know. You just become like I don't know, not necessarily like overwhelmed, just like overjoyed, just like it's
You're
actually
literally put
happening.
into a
This is
trance.
real.
Yep. It's like you're
And
put
then the
into a
weekend's
trance.
over and
That's it.
you're
Gone in a flash.
literally as fast as the car goes. Like
Yeah.
it's just insane.
I mean, Bad Bunny
Actually
said it
insane.
best. Bad Bunny said it best. He said it in Spanish. He's like, Los carros de Formula Uno van más rápido en persona. The cars of Formula One go faster in person.
They
So
do. They
the
do.
amount of neck breaking you do at a race, just watching all the cars go by, is super cool.
Oh my
It's
gosh, it's
insane.
insane. And then what, 2025 I this 2025 season, this past season, I full sent it for one for quali day to Monza
Yep.
by
Talk about a
myself.
traveling queen.
Yes, I do travel a lot, but I was on a
Yes.
trip with my friends, but she was there for a wedding, and it just happened to fall that we were in Italy the same exact time as the F1
Yep.
race in Monza. So I went to quali by myself for day one. I called Jocy, literally like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm freaking out. Like, what? This
Look at the
isn't real."
track.
The track, the paddock, because I bought VIP, obviously, go big or go home. It's
Yeah.
a little bit cheaper to buy for European races.
Hmm.
And obviously, I was going by myself, so a little bit more secure, safe.
Yeah.
Had drinks, had food. I could literally see into the paddock. It was
I mean, I
insane.
don't think you guys are understanding. She called me, mind you, time difference
It's like
was a
a
lot.
9 hour time
It's like a
difference.
9 hour time difference. So she's calling me and I'm like already in bed
It's
basically
what,
while she's
midnight probably at her time, and it's
and so she's
7, 8
she's
in the morning.
FaceTiming me and all she does, she doesn't even answer. The camera's not on you. And all it is just from where you were standing, camera facing outside, and there's just George Russell on his little scooter going down into the paddock.
Dude, yeah. I have so much footage from that day.
Yeah.
And then, mind you, I ended up in a spot where I wasn't supposed to end up. So, with the F1 like experience passes, there's one that's obviously like a club level celebrities XYZ, and then
Hmm.
another one for like the experience from you purchase.
Yeah.
I ended up down in the first spot because nobody was checking passes right. So I was there for a good like 3 hours, just chilling, watching F2, I believe, go by,
Yeah.
and then seeing like some of the F1 cars. I got to see like the front wings, the tires. I was not supposed to be there. I have a picture right where like the clock is. It's
It was
insane.
great. It was
And then I went
great.
shopping and I come back and I got kicked out. But it's okay
Yep.
because I went upstairs and it was really hot that day in Monza and I had AC. So I wasn't mad.
Yeah.
And it was closed off. Granted, it made the cars not as loud, but my
Yeah.
eardrums were ringing because I forgot earplugs. So if you go to a race, bring earplugs because it is very loud.
Or don't. if you are already completely damaged from the years, like it's not gonna make much of a difference.
Like, yeah, but ear protection, it's not, it's
Ear
useful.
protection is good. Maybe don't be like me. Maybe don't be like me. Or do.
She,
I
we,
well, listen. If
this
you
whole
like being
podcast, do or
deaf,
don't, we don't care.
you choose within the legal limits of
Exactly.
everything. If we suggest
Yes,
something,
obviously.
obviously we are of age. We are aware.
We don't suggest anything. We just put it out there and
Yeah.
you do
We
what you're
talk
gonna do with
about
it.
experiences. We're not telling you to repeat and do after us. So that's like
Like,
a whole separate situation. Like just to be
yes, it's
clear,
different.
we're setting that down, setting down that boundary and setting down that layer early on.
Now. Now.
Now. But okay,
Because,
like
yes,
kind
now.
of kind of bringing it back a little bit. Obviously,
Rewind.
we're obviously called red flag racing, as you can tell by our little design that we have in the back of the both of us. But if we're talking about red flag racing, what was your
Yeah.
favorite red flag situation? What was your favorite moment
Ooh.
where you are like, it doesn't have to be like an exact like, oh, red flag. But what was that kind of moment for you where you were like, oh, the plot thickens. This is interesting.
Ooh. Ooh. Man. Ugh. Falling. I'm falling. Help me. Okay. um I don't even know, honestly. Ugh, there's so many just like there's so many instances that I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be watching this sport for a while.
Yeah.
Or it's just honestly, I don't know. I know Brazil's been a crazy race every
Love
time.
Brazil. Love Brazil.
Ugh, I don't even think it's a red flag moment. I
Okay.
think it's more so just a moment that like we shared together when we went to New York.
Ooh, okay. Let me see if I can like figure out. Keep going, keep going. I'm like, I want to
Yeah.
see if my predictions are correct.
So when we went to New York, obviously it was during Silverstone weekend,
Yeah.
4th of July weekend. Where granted we wanted to go to Silverstone, but
Yeah.
just wasn't
We ended
happening.
up
So
in
we
New
went to New
York. It
York, which is still a blast, but we
was great.
I did
Love
some
that
digging to
entire trip.
see. Yes. I did some digging to see if we could like find a bar to watch the race at.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I found a bar we could watch the race at. We got there. We're watching the race. Obviously, me being a Lando girly, Lando won his home race. I was
Yeah.
crying. But I think the moment that was just like, this is my sport, this is where I belong,
Yeah.
was when Nico got his
Ah,
podium.
yes.
And you just
Okay.
hear the whole bar go, Nico
Berg.
Hulkenberg. It was just
I
like,
have a
wait,
video of the two of us sing with like it was like 30, 40 other people around us. And it's like the one brain cell connected for everyone in that
literally.
moment.
I think I
Because
have a video of us just in tears.
oh my god.
Like,
The sobbing was
complete tears.
real. The sobbing was real. We were sitting with there was so imagine this. We're walking into this, it's a sports bar. We're walking in and we get seated at this little like high top table facing the street, like facing like a giant window where people can see us as they're walking past this bar. And we're like right there, perfect viewing with this one giant TV in front of us. And obviously we see the race progressing. We see Nico coming up into P3 and we're all like, is he gonna make it? Is he gonna stay there? Is he gonna do
I
this? Is
don't
he
think
like
anybody was breathing
oh
at this
no, I
point.
think we were all holding our breath as that final lap was rounding out. And sure enough, he goes in, and I think it was like 5 seconds after he passes that checkered flag, you just hear everybody go, Nico Hulkenberg. It's just
And then just tears, absolute tears.
beautiful, beautiful. I
But all
was
right,
sobbing. I was sobbing.
yes,
But okay,
we
okay.
cry a lot with this sport,
We do.
but
We do cry a lot. Lots of tears are shed. Happy tears,
maybe that's
frustrated
our red
tears.
flag. I don't know. But what was your most chaotic red flag moment that made you a fan for life?
Ooh. Well, I think Silverstone in 2013, in like 2013, how I had said earlier, that was like the one race
Right,
where fan for life. But if we're talking about like chaotic red flag situation and stuff like that,
dude. Yes.
I would probably have to go with Australia 2023.
Okay, why?
So hear me out. Australia 2023, we have our beloved Nico's little bestie, K Mag, Mr. Kevin Magnuson himself, crashes into a wall, causing all sorts of debris, damage, and sure enough, a red flag. So we have a red flag that's going on. And then as we're going into the final four laps, guess what? Not one, but two more red flags,
Oh, jeez.
leading into the most dramatic yet underwhelming like finality of that entire situation. Because guess how we finished out that entire track or like that entire race? A
How?
little procession right behind our beloved safety car
Oh,
going out into the end.
goodness.
So I think if we're talking about chaotic and we're talking about one of those situations where you're like, oh my God, what is happening? What is going on? What's like, what are they doing? I would probably say that would be my red flag situation that made me think, wow, this sport is like all over the place. I love it.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. But
Dude,
okay,
yeah, insane.
if we're talking about all those type of things, obviously we also need to go into we've already established we've gone to Coda, we've gone to Vegas, albeit not to the race. We went to New York to go watch Silverstone. But apart from that, when we're not going to these races together, is what kind of fan are you? Are you the type where you're comfy in your PJs, waking up
Oh,
early to watch these races? Or are you the type where you're all like, okay, let the race go on in the morning, let me get ready, and I'll watch a recap later?
oh, well, since unfortunately we are in the US, um,
Womp womp.
very early, very, very early mornings on the
Yes.
weekend to watch quali, to watch the race. I will sit up in my bed, put my iPad up, or my laptop, or my phone, depending on the brightness and
Yeah.
whatever is at hand. I'll put a hoodie on, put my hair up, put my hood over it, just lay and watch the race. Sometimes I don't make it all the way through, but
Yeah.
I've done pretty okay. Obviously, when the races are a little bit more chaotic, I'm up,
Yeah.
I'm active, I'm trying to be quiet to not wake my household. But yeah, I'm more so my Lando Norris hoodie, hair up, or just a hoodie in general, hair up,
Yeah.
in my bed or downstairs, depending on the time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I totally get that. I think for the most part, I try to be the type of person that wakes up for every single one of the races. Do I wake up for all of the races right as it starts? No.
No, you
A
don't, because
lot,
I'll literally be texting her at what, 5 in the morning? No
which is like
answers.
4 in the morning
Five
my
hours
time.
later, she's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm watching it right now." Girl, I'm trying
So,
to live react with you, but it's fine.
okay. But there are a few races where we do end up like syncing and we do
Yes.
live react to a lot of those. And I would say that's easily half the races, if not like three-fourths of the races. And then
Yes,
like the
yes.
last half to fourth of the races, it's either I wake up when they're already like lap 15 or I'm like logging in when it's the final lap and they're rounding out and I'm trying to read all of Marissa's text and just going through everything, being like, oh my gosh, this happened, this happened, this happened, turn this, turn this, turn this. And I'm like,
Or
okay,
it's
I get
literally all caps locks. No, he bended into the wall. Or it was just an incident.
just an
Oh,
incident. It's, I am stupid.
I am stupid. It must be the water.
Quote, it must be the water. Put that in the book of knowledge.
Ooh, okay, okay. Let's back into the pit. Pit, pit,
Okay.
pit. Box, box, box,
Box,
box.
box, box, box.
All
So
right.
I think we probably went off into a lot of different tangents, but we're probably going to wrap this up already because we don't want to take much of your time. And we're obviously trying to build up a little bit of anticipation for the next time. But let's go ahead, everyone, wrap on your tire wraps. Let's go ahead into our cool down. And it's the end of our formation lap. We've survived the first episode of Red Flag Racing without a DNF, which, considering our tracker, kind of a massive win.
Honestly, huge. But don't get too comfortable. Now that you know who we are, it's time to get into why this upcoming season is going to be an absolute powder keg.
Exactly. So make sure you're back for episode 2 because we're diving into the brand new regulations. We're talking active arrows, smaller cars, and new engines. It sounds super technical, but we're going to explain why these rules are basically an invitation for more overtakes and way more drama.
Yes, we're gonna dumb it down because honestly, I still don't understand it myself. But we're gonna do the best to help you learn while I learn as well. Also,
Yep.
hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the start of the season. Follow us on socials at Red Flag Racing underscore pod
Hmm.
and let us know your spicy takes on the 2026 regs.
Keep your foot down, watch for the debris, and we'll see you in the paddock.
See ya!
Bye.